Let me ask you something. What do your team members see when they walk into work every morning? Do they see a leader who shows up with focus, calm, and clarity? Or do they see someone reactive, rushed, or distracted? Because here's a hard truth most leaders ignore. Your team is not listening to what you say, they are watching what you do. And what they see every day becomes the culture of your business. Hi, I'm Shailesh, Kantak, business coach and founder of Flexi Ventures Private Limited. Over the years, I have worked with MSME founders, startup leaders, and growing business teams. And there's one common thread I have noticed in high-performing business. It's not always the fanciest strategies or the biggest funding routes. It's this consistency in leadership behavior. Today, we are going to talk about how the smallest things you do, how you show up, how you respond, how you handle pressure shapes your team and the culture far more than anything written in your company handbook. In this video, we will explore why consistency is one of the most underrated leadership traits. Real-world examples from MS Dhoni, Angela Merkel, and even small business owners I have coached. The everyday habits that silently shape your company's DNA. And finally, how you can use consistency to build trust, reduce chaos, and shape a culture that drives performance. Leadership is not what happens at the annual town hall. It's not what's printed in your vision deck. It's what your team sees you doing every single day, especially when no one's watching. Let's break this down with an example you probably know. MS Dhoni. Dhoni wasn't loud. He wasn't flamboyant. But game after game, he showed up the same way, calm, focused, and composed. Whether it was the IPL final or a dead rubber match, his face didn't change. His demeanor didn't change. Why does that matter? Because consistency breeds trust. The team knew what to expect from their leader, and that gave them the space to stay calm and focused themselves. When a leader is erratic, super supportive one day, snappy the next, it creates anxiety. People start second guessing how to talk to you. They hesitate, they hold back, and that slowly erodes the culture. Now let's zoom out to a different stage. Global politics. Angela Merkel, the former Chancellor of Germany, led the country for over 16 years. She wasn't the most charismatic speaker. She didn't dominate headlines with dramatic gestures, but she showed up with predictable calm and quiet competence, especially during a crisis. From 2008 financial meltdown to the migrant crisis in Europe, Merkel's style was simple. Listen carefully, evaluate options, respond rationally. No drama, no blame game, no grandstanding. What did that do? It created a sense of stability for her team, her party, and her people. And in a chaotic world, that kind of consistency became her greatest strength. Now let me bring this down to something closer to home. One of my clients runs a mid-sized packaging unit with about 60 odd employees. He is not an MBA, no fancy tech systems. But this man has built a culture that runs like clockwork. Here's the secret. He starts his day with the same routine. Every single day, 9 a.m. floor walk, checking in with operators, no micromanaging, just presence. 9:30 a.m., stand up with his team, 5 minutes, crisp updates, no lectures. And then a weekly team lunch. Same time, same table, no exceptions. It sounds simple, but here's what it does. It tells his team, I care, I'm watching, and I'm consistent. And guess what? Absenteeism is low, ownership is high, and even new hires pick up the culture fast because it's modeled, not taught. So let's break it down even further. Why is consistency so powerful? Because it builds psychological safety. When people know what to expect from their leader, they feel safer. And safety breeds openness, creativity, and initiative. But when your team is walking on eggshells, guess what happens? They avoid tough conversation. They under-communicate issues. They stop taking initiative. And then you as the leader wonder why no one is stepping up. The truth is they are reacting to you. And that's tough to admit, but crucial to fix. So now the question is, how do you build consistency as a leader? And here are 5 practical steps. Number 1, define your anchors. What are the 2 or 3 behaviors you want to be known for? Calmness under pressure, listening actively, following through on commitments. Write them down. Make them your leadership anchors. Number 2, create simple daily rituals. Like the packaging unit owner, create small rituals that reflect your leadership presence. A daily 10-minute check-in, weekly recognitions, monthly one-on-ones. These aren't just meetings, they are culture moments. Number 3, manage your energy, not just your time. If you are always burnt out, you will be reactive. Build your own rhythm. Take breaks, reflection time, downtime. A calm leader isn't born, they are scheduled. Number 4, respond. Don't react. One of Dhoni's secrets, he responded thoughtfully. Create a rule for yourself. Never reply to a trigger in the moment. Breathe, pause, then speak. Over time, your team learns to bring to you solutions, not drama. And number 5, close the loop. If you say you will check something, follow through. If you make a decision, communicate it clearly. If you praise someone, do it consistently, not just when the mood strikes. Follow through builds credibility, and credibility builds culture. Now, some leaders say, I'm too busy for routines, or I don't want to be robotic. Here's the thing, consistency isn't rigidity, it's reliability. It doesn't mean you never change. It means people can rely on your principles and posture, even when plans shift. The best leaders are consistent in values, even when variables change. So let's recap. If you want to shape a culture that performs under pressure, learns quickly, and grows sustainably, start with how you show up. Your mood, your tone, your reactions, they all ripple out into your team. You don't build culture in an offsite. You build it in how you enter a room, how you respond to a missed target, how you handle feedback. MS Dhoni, Angela Merkel, and that local MSME owner all taught us one thing. Consistency isn't boring. It's what makes a leader trustworthy, powerful, and respectful. If this message hit home, if you are ready to lead with more intention and consistency, then I invite you to join my Lead the Way community, where we decode actionable real-world leadership every week. And don't miss the Freedom Business Masterclass, where we break down the people systems that allow leaders to scale without losing their soul. If you found this valuable, like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. Because remember, your team doesn't just need your strategy, they need your steadiness. That's because remember, your team doesn't just need your strategy, they need your steadiness. Let's lead the way.